Hi, everybody. So I think Tracy had to say as casual as it gets because I changed the long sleeve shirt. And I'm like, I'm going to be all inked up. And people are like, who's this chubby tattoo kid that's going to talk to us about stuff today? So I'm like, here we go. This is what it's all about. Just to give you a very quick background so you actually know and can see through the ink. 20 years ago, I started in the car business. 21 years ago. God, that was a sight. 21 years ago, I started in the car business because my dad was buddies with a finance guy and he owed him a favor. And so I got in the car business and I thought I was like locked in. I was like, sweet, a professional job, a grown-up job. Here I am like a 17-year-old kid about to be 18. I had a real job lined up where I could make 50 grand a year. That's what they told me. And so I was really pumped up. And I called my grandmother. I'm so excited. I'm going to get a real sales job. Like, I start on Monday, and I can make like $50,000 a year. That's what they told me. So I was pumped up, and my grandma's like, great, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to be a car salesman. And she's like, don't let him turn you into a liar. That was the beginning of the car company, right? Needless to say, I spent 60 days at that dealership, sold like 8 cars my first month, made $1,300 whole dollars. I thought I was rich. So I'm 17, I made $1,300. I'm like rolling. So the next month I sold 6 cars, made the same money, and what did I learn? Sweet, I don't even have to work as hard and I can make the same money. At the end of the month, my GM came up to me and his name was Sam Cloud, and he always talked like he had a mouthful of cock. He said, boy, in the 2 months you work here, I learned to know you like a thorn. I'm like, thank you, Sam. And I quote, that's why I'm firing your ass like a man. Here's your box. So the box on my desk told me to pack it and I was done. Now, I'm not too ashamed to say I was crying all the way home. I'm like, I don't have a job, I'm a failure. So no training, no success, I'm gone. Story of most salespeople, right? Their first time around. Second dealership, same exact situation. I sell myself, I'm like, you just teach me what to do. I swear to God I will be good. So they go through the whole interview process and they hire me. So for the next 2.5 weeks, I got to watch ASTN upstairs at the Dodge dealership and put the brochures. That was my training. You know how that results. 60 days later, my GM calls me and goes, listen, I don't want to fire you before Christmas, but after the new year, you don't have to come back, kid. I'm like, oh, I'm fired again. 8 hours of interviewing later, at a Honda Mazda store, I finally got some real training, had a good guy that worked with me and helped me learn how to sell. And then 3 years later, I thought I was smarter than my manager and did the dip again. So finally, eventually, this was 15 years ago-ish, someone actually invested time and energy into helping me get my head wrapped around stuff properly. From there, I sold, went into management. My Nissan dealership was #1 in the region within 6.5 months of taking it over. We increased sales by 43%, profit by 62%. I went on to then work at the Harold Ziegler Auto Group, which is huge in the Midwest. Grew sales and profit there. And then I was their director of training. Then I crossed over to the dark side for the vendors. I went to work with Cars.com when they really didn't exist much and said to dealers, we don't exist, but we'll be the next Auto Trader hook up. I got lucky and they did. So I was very lucky and very fortunate to come into that environment when I did, went to work, launched Evidence direct-to-dealer program, and finally hit a wall where I said this, dealers need to see true ROI. And in 2009-ish, when your leads went in the toilet, we came up with the idea of selling you VDPs, because it was the only thing growing. So myself and Dennis Galbraith said, we gotta sell something, because we still have to increase rates. Let's sell VDPs, and it worked. And then eventually I got to a point where I said, man, dealers need something else. They need to be able to do stuff on their own. They need to be able to actually take action on their own that can lead them to success. Because at the end of the day, third parties are awesome and they bring great results. But there's also great opportunity in your own store on your own where you don't have to call a Mac. You don't have to call a Cars.com. You don't have to call an Auto Trader. You can do some things on your own. So what I'm going to walk through with you tonight are some things you can do yourself that you don't have to write a check to somebody for. Now, sure, there are companies that do it. We do it. A bunch of people do it. But you're going to at least have the information that you need to be able to know that you could go back and have some awesome success on your own. But I'm not just going to show you how. The beautiful thing is I heard a gentleman from psychology earlier say what they specialize in is talking about the why. And that's one of the biggest things I always talk to dealers about is, okay, sweet, so you're going to go do a huge video campaign. Why? Well, because video's hot. Really, duh. But why are you going to do what you're going to do? Well, because we're not doing video. Well, that's a great idea. 50 grand later, tell me how it works out for you. So we're going to talk about why you need to get excited about video, and not just video, because you thought you're only getting video, but we're going to talk about video, and we're going to take it all the way down to mobile. Because quick show of hands, how many of you have one of these in your pocket, purse, or something? Show of hands. Okay, look around the room. Anybody that doesn't have one, right? If you don't, it's shocking. Here's the crazy thing. Nearly 50% of the videos that are getting watched, in some of my clients' cases, more than 50%, are being watched on these. So if you're just making videos, but you're not thinking mobile, you're missing 50% of the opportunity out there. So we'll get rock and roll and talk about some of this cool stuff real quick. Back in my day, which my kids now tell me I'm old because I use the same saying my parents used, but back in my day, in 1993, Pearl Jam was rocking. Car and Driver, people actually still read in print. And yes, I graduated in 1993, but I never had a mullet like those people. But back then, here's what else was crazy. Yahoo was still cool. People still used Yahoo. Google wasn't even a verb yet, right? Back in the 90s, people used Yahoo. Back in the 90s, cell phones started there and they peeled the way down to there. Here's the crazy thing. In 1995, at the Honda Mazda store where I first learned to sell, Shelly Ioka from Centennial Wireless came into our dealership and said, listen, cell phones are going to be in everybody's hands eventually. We'd like to give your dealership an opportunity to become an actual retailer for Centennial Wireless, who subsequently bought by AT&T years later. My GM said this, Malatushka, God bless him, said this, and I quote, people can wait till they get home to make a phone call. We're in the car business, not the phone business. That's just stupid. So this kid, who at that time was 19, was like, ooh, I want a phone. That looks cool to me, because I'm just a dork. My wife will tell you, I went from an iPhone 5S to an HTC M8 to the Galaxy Note 3 in my pocket all in the last 3.5 weeks. I don't keep a phone more than 2.5 weeks. It drives me crazy, makes me bored, and I flip it. And I probably throw away too much money at it, but I just love new technology. And I did in the 90s because there wasn't a whole lot of it. So when my GM was just angrily shooting them down, I waited until she walked out of the parking lot and I said, psst, psst, would you let someone who works at the dealership be a preferred Centennial Wireless retailer like Best Buy, not just the dealership? She said, yeah. Hour and a half later, I had 50 cell phones in my trunk and a stack of contracts. She said, give them away to everybody, just sign a 2-year contract. So as a 19-year-old kid, I blew through all 50 of those phones in the next 3 weeks. Sold them like crazy. Because who didn't want a cell phone? Like, dude, it doesn't cost you anything if you don't use it. It's just $30 a month. It's $1 a day. Right? It's $1 a day. Who can't hook up on that? You can afford it. All my friends had cell phones. All of them hated me because the service sucked and it was terrible. They just came out. But I loved mobile back then, before the video implications even started. Back then, PCs were cool. Now, everybody's got a Mac. If you don't, I'm sorry. Here's the big thing everybody needs to grasp. And if you haven't heard it, if you haven't thought it, you want to write this down. Mobile is now, but video is how. Okay? So we're going to dig into that. But mobile is now. It's not tomorrow. Mobile's not like the next big thing. Everyone's like, oh, mobile's getting big. Really? It has been. Right? Like since the fact that you've had a phone for 5.5 years. Mobile is so big, and video is so crazy, but mobile is so big that for the first time in 10 years, Google made an entire algorithm change. That was the most dramatic one they've made in a decade, right? What's that bird on the screen? Everybody say it at the same time. Yeah, and if that hasn't driven you crazy yet to try and figure out what happened, it's probably because you haven't been paying attention to mobile. But Hummingbird was their biggest change in a decade, and it was all focused on semantic search, to dumb it down. Instead of just going, new Lincoln MKS. Google said, when somebody says, who's got a good deal on a Lincoln MKS, Google wants to scour and look for an answer to the question. Montgomery Lincoln has the best deal on an MKS.
And they do.
And they do. They do. Here's the thing, you guys. Google's answering questions. It's not just looking for your stupid keywords anymore. SEO is bigger than keywords. Google is trying to answer a question. Their whole goal is to be relevant, right? Relevant search results. It's not about, they're not here, so I don't care. If they were, I don't care, because I only have one feeling left, so I don't care if mine get hurt. But it's not about being commercial and loading up a whole page full of commercials. It's about you reaching out and making sure you have relevant content for your local buyers. So that if they go, hey, I want to know about whatever Butch and Julie have on their used car lot out on the West Coast, that they're going to see it. So Google's going, if you're not giving relevant info, you're not relevant, you're not important, let me get you off the first page and get somebody who's relevant on. But the beautiful thing is this, Google shot themselves in the foot. Because what they did was, by killing all their AdWords garbage page, they opened up a door for people to do video marketing. And Google wanted so bad to push YouTube Industry Mats that they started giving YouTube a lot of preference in organic search. Because they said, well look, we gotta get people thinking YouTube if we're gonna get them buying ads on YouTube. So let's make YouTube show up a lot in organic search. So that's what Google did. Now the flip side is they kind of shot themselves in the foot a little, because that means you can advertise for free using YouTube without having to buy their Industry Mats, and it just takes time. Now what's the biggest problem we have in the dealership though? We don't feel like we have enough time. But you do. And if you mapped out your day, you'd probably see that as well. So here's the cool thing then. This society has changed so much that your customers are begging you for it. Right? The song Selfie, which is horrible but hilarious, was the #1 song in Billboard's dance charts in March. The song is this: oh my god, let me take a picture, XX Pro or Valencia filter. But first, let me take a selfie. And then, for like 4.5 minutes. That's how it goes. It is. If you don't believe me, I know half of you on YouTube be like, what's a selfie song? But here's the thing, you're going to hear the song, you're going to go, oh, I hate it, and you can't get it out of your head. But the reality is, people love taking pictures of themselves. My wife and I got here yesterday. We probably taken like 5 pictures of ourselves in the airplane, eating food, here with Andy Buck watching UFC. Right? Didn't know Rick McCoy yet, because I didn't know Rick was Rick, because he doesn't look the same as he does on his Facebook. None of us do. My picture's 3 years old. Here's the thing. People love taking pictures of themselves. But here's what they love too. They love seeing real pictures of you, a real video of you. And the cool thing is you don't even have to be as good looking as Rick McCoy to do it. The other thing is this. Selfies are so big that there's actually a website dedicated to it. Selfie.com is a real-time website for people who take pictures on Instagram and hashtag selfie. Real time, right now. Runs just like that. Boom, if somebody took a selfie, boom, they'd probably show up before the time was up. Because that's what it is, because people love photos and videos. That's how they engage. Your blog post might be meaningful. Most people don't care. Not to hurt your feelings. But do you care? Do you spend a lot of time reading? I don't know. I mean, I read books, but not your blog posts. I do watch your videos, though. The manufacturer has even started embracing video. Look at Chevrolet's newest commercials. 95% of that commercial's time is spent on what? Videos being shot from cell phones. Are those perfect? Yes or no?
No.
Are they professionally put together other than the ending spot? Yes or no?
No.
But 95% of that commercial is video shot from a mobile phone. Now, true or false? The manufacturer is usually behind everyone. True or false?
Yeah. True.
For the first time in many a year, the OEM is embracing something before many dealers are. That's frightening. If GM's ahead of you, then you can't yell at them as much, right? When they're force-feeding some crappy social thing, now you gotta be on social, and here's a company you gotta use. But they suck, but I don't care, do it. And now you can't argue, because they're like, look, we have video, you're not even doing that yet. And this time they're right. A little bit scary. But that's okay, it's better. It's not just about selling your cars. It's about selling you. Because it's still the people business, right? Whether you sell cars or turnips, I don't think anybody sells turnips beside the grocery store, but it's about people, right? And a good experience. We went to lunch at Applebee's and said, okay, look, we have Applebee's locally. My wife wanted Applebee's, said it's good, strawberry avocado salad, it is awesome, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm like, sweet, we're in North Carolina, I can like eat something to make me fat and then blame it on Tracy because I came down here for this. But we went to Applebee's. But our waitress was amazing. Now, one thing I know about living in Nashville for a few years, and I know back up north, is this. In the South, everybody uses so many terms of endearment. Honey, sweetie, darling, just drives me crazy. I'm just that guy. I think I'm probably a little bit of a jerk sometimes, but it drives me nuts. But our waitress, God bless her, she was the nicest lady in the world. So like we tipped her a lot compared to what we paid because the service was great. You know why? Because guess what? The steak was crappier than the Applebee's locally where we're at. Medium rare is supposed to be pink on the inside, not pink this much on the inside. It was cooked like garbage. Just was. I'm totally a jerk a little bit. It wasn't cooked right, but she was wonderful. She was worth the bill we had. She was great. Why? Because she's a person. This is the people business. Now, the guy you see on the screen, you're not going to be able to hear the audio, but this is Mickey Seeley. Every time somebody texts into his store and gets their little digital coupon, there's a link to this video. He goes, hi, I'm Mickey Seeley. I just want to tell you thank you so much for texting in. In a moment, somebody from the dealership is going to call you and make sure that you receive the special offer we sent you. Thanks again, and we appreciate your opportunity. Done. It's like 14 seconds of Mickey saying thanks. Every video, every text, every time, it's not rocket science. We recorded it literally in his office. I go, hey bro, look at this, smile at me, say this, boom, done, go. Went home, threw it in there, done, handled. Because he doesn't know how. He could have done it. I just didn't feel like explaining it because it would take him 5 times as long. It's like, I got you, I'll do it for you. Okay? Here's the thing, video is huge, and this is why you've got to take advantage of it. From 2011 to 2013, these are Google's numbers, by the way. Mobile automotive shopping grew 460%. Let me say that again in case you didn't hear it. From 2011 to 2013, mobile automotive shopping grew 460%. That's the biggest growth you're going to ever see in our industry. It really is. And when something else is bigger, then you can go, oh, you were wrong, Matt. But for now, you're not going to do that. Because it's ridiculous. Let me ask you, why has it increased so much? What's the one big thing that changed in the past couple of years? Throw out some ideas.
Nobody did that.
Well, yeah, except everybody took it away. But what else? What happened? What with data changed in the past 2 years? Even iPhones from the 4S to the 5 went to what?
Faster speed. 4G.
Yeah, 4G LTE. Even the iPhone, which is great and easy to use, but for Pete's sake, they were so slow forever. Like you could write a book before you could ever see a video. But once 4G LTE came across all the platforms, all the networks, all of a sudden people were like, oh, I don't have to wait till I get home anymore. And I know people do it in their car. Vaynerchuk was talking about it in one of his videos the other day. He's like, I purposely put 2 hands on the wheel because otherwise I'm too busy watching all of you texting and driving. But we do, right? God bless her, my wife yells at me all the time. We're driving back here. I put on the GPS on my phone. I'm like, home that she took it. And I was like, I got it. I'm like, because I feel weird if my phone's out in my hand. Right? And I'm not the only one. Your customers do too. There's no need to wait till they get home anymore. They can do it now. So that's why mobile has grown, and that's why it's going to continue to grow. Crazy thing is this, though, and if you didn't grab a pen, you should and write this down. 84%, 8 out of 10, right? Let's just get rid of percent. 8 out of 10 people shopping for a car say, I'm going to use a video to decide what to buy and where to buy it. 8 out of 10. If you didn't write it down, there's something wrong with your arm. Maybe it's like cramped up. But you better write it down. Because 8 out of 10 of the people that you want to sell cars to are going to use videos. And if you don't have them, guess who doesn't get a chance? You. That's scary if you're not using video. Now, there's some good news behind this. If you're using video, you can do stuff like this, like Andy Buck. See why the Mercedes E-Class doesn't stand up to the new Lincoln MKX. By the way, that's 2 days old, and he's already organic link number 3 and 4 on Google. When people search for E-Classes using a specific phrase in his market.
Who does these?
You know who. This is an example, but Andy could do it himself. Andy could do stuff. I'm not pitching. I'm not pitching. I promise, Tracy, I will not pitch. Thank you. I didn't ask anyone to do that. Come on now. Now here's the cool thing. The cool thing is your videos can be everything from marketing to here's why I'm such a nice salesperson, to here's Susie in our office and here's why she says she's going to take great care of you. You're not limited to marketing shots with your videos. Cool news is if you use them for marketing, you can get some good results. I know that Andy in his CRM has it go back to people with a response with a link to the videos of the vehicles they're interested in. Which is probably why from May 7th to June 5th, he had 1,676 people watch Lincoln videos. Wow. Now, I like Lincoln. But Andy, you're a Lincoln guy. Is Lincoln setting the world on fire in real life, yes or no?
Oh, baby, we'll blow it up.
No, but we're not sending footage to Lincoln. Let me ask you again. Okay, so here's the thing. More than 50 people a day are watching Andy's videos. So couldn't they be doing it with yours? Couldn't they be doing it with yours? He's making sure when people email him, they're getting back videos about his vehicles. You could do it, you could do it, everybody could do it. It doesn't cost you anything to do it yourself. Here's the crazy thing. It's not just for conquest. If they're looking for your specific cars, your videos will stand out from the crowd on Google. So maybe you're not into conquest, maybe you're going to look, if somebody looks for a Chevy, and I sell Chevys, I'd surely like to stand out from the other 42 dealers GM put it within 20 miles of me. Okay, well if you want to do that, then make a video about your car and tell people why you're the best place to buy that car. And then your video can stand out in your market, or the competing market like David Chevrolet in Buffalo. The other thing is, and you can take it to the next level by adding in things like calls to action, right? Links to a landing page that you have. If you've got a landing page where you got a special promotion going on, you can put clickable annotations in YouTube videos. How much do those cost? Somebody tell me.
Zero.
Yeah, everybody on the count of 3 say nothing. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
So why are we doing it? You can put a clickable link. If you set up a free Google AdWords account, you can have an overlay slide out with an image that says, click here, special offer, and it costs you nothing. I set up monetization on everything, and then I uncheck the monetization box, so I can use all the benefits without paying Google anything. In the last year in advertising costs, I've spent less than $300. My business in the last 90 days has grown $90,000. And I have 0 employees. I don't like spending money to advertise. I just don't. Not going to do it myself. And I'm not the smartest guy. We were talking about it yesterday, Andy and I. I did graduate high school with a D in Spanish. I also own the first ever mobile responsive Spanish classified site for the automotive industry, the only one that's truly in Spanish. Why? Because I got an A in economics. But I did get a D in Spanish and barely graduated. No joke, my principal had 1 more year left in our school and said, I got 1 more year left in this hellhole and I don't want to spend it with you to graduate. And my shop teacher that gave me a D in shop said, you better go into sales because you suck at fixing cars. No joke. First, I got a job selling cars. I call him, hey, Mr. Schlock, guess what I'm doing? He goes, tell me you're not working on cars. I'm no, I'm selling them. He goes, thank God, and hung up on me. These are Andy's numbers from the last 30 days where people are watching his videos. Where people are watching them. And sorry, I should say 47%. That's a typo. 47% of them are being watched on mobile devices. 31% on phones, 17% on tablets. That's Lincoln, by the way. Now, true or false, we think that mobile devices and video is all for the kids. True or false, that's what the mindset's been.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Lincoln. Almost 50% is mobile. If that doesn't wake us up, I don't know what will. Lincoln buyers are going, why would I wait till I get home? I have this nifty new phone and I'm stalking my grandkids on Facebook and I know they're all migrating away from Facebook, but I'm doing it anyway.
Plus, why would they wait to get home if they're almost dead?
Well, that's a good point as well.
Come on, you were thinking it.
I wasn't. Now here's the great thing. Here's an example of a walk-around video on a used car, used truck. Now if I had volume in here, hey guys, this is a 1998 Chevy Silverado. Looks pretty good, doesn't have any rust on it. That's how, it's a 4.5 minute video like that. It makes me want to pull my teeth out, but people watched it. Ton of views. And the video, by the way, it drives me crazy. I'm like, I video myself in the car, but that just drives me crazy. But people watched it. Why? Because they were local and they were looking for that and it showed up. Quick question. What's the #1 search engine on the planet? Everybody at the same time?
Google.
What's the #2?
YouTube.
Yes. The #1 search engine owns the #2 search engine. So if you put stuff on the #2 search engine, they show it on the #1 search engine. And who cares about Yahoo and Bing? Because they suck. I'm just saying, when you got a market share of less than 20%, you don't matter. Now, I'm not going to say they won't make a comeback, but they won't make a comeback, so it doesn't matter. And here's the thing, if they want to get more relevant, then you'll actually benefit. Because if they actually start showing relevant results instead of trying to Bing then decide, your stuff will show up because it shows up because it's relevant and Google has the relevant recipe. True or false? True. And can we all see the future like Gary Vaynerchuk pretends he can? No. But if we all do what he says, which is look what's really been the track record and then just predict the same thing, then Google's been going after relevance. So if Bing and Yahoo actually care enough to do it, you're going to see the same results. And Yahoo's trying to do their own video thing like YouTube too, so we'll see how that pans out for them. This is Elise Kaplan. How many of you know Elise? Say I do.
I do.
Right, YouTube diva. Right, if you watch Elise's videos, they're like 9 hours long. But people engage. People engage with Elise's videos. And what she just show, hey Bob, this is Elise. I'm standing out here by the Honda Pilot. Hey, let me tell you about it. Boom, here's 5 of them in stock. She does awesome. Now here's the crazy thing. Write this down. If you're doing a video to promote the dealership, public, if you're going to use someone's name, private. The biggest mistake we make in this industry is not thinking about what's going to come with compliance. Not what we're violating today, but what we're going to be violating tomorrow. And when you got 750 YouTube videos up there going, hey Bob Smith, this is Matt at Woody's, just want to give you a call. I tried calling you at 555-1212, but you didn't answer, and oops, that video is public. There's a dealer in Texas who I won't name, but if you YouTube funny dealership or dealership follow-up videos, you'll see a whole bunch of them. They do a great job sending videos back. The problem is every one of them is public. They mention, hey, we're trying to get you approved on this. Hey, at 5 o'clock, your appointment to pick up this $80,000 car. Hey, this. Yeah. If you want to stalk somebody and maybe follow them home and steal their $80,000 car and rob them because you know they've got money, you can just watch for their appointment on that dealer's YouTube channel. Be careful if you're going to talk names, appointment times, credit, or money, just make it unlisted. Beautiful thing is right from YouTube, you can email or text it to them. They'll still get it. And if you're not texting it to them, by the way, your mobile phone, everybody's got a phone, you do know there's a feature that allows you to text. You can send those YouTube videos by text. And then you know they'll get read because there's no such thing as spam for text, true or false?
True.
There's not a spam box. And if they're not opted into a marketing list, you don't have to worry too much. Now, here's the crazy thing though. Elise does a good job. She keeps her videos real. And people want authenticity. They want something that feels like the dealer cared enough to do it. Even if it's well produced, they just want to feel like you took the time to really do it at your store. What they don't want is I Googled it, I got 20 links of the exact same video, taking up a whole page, because it looks like a car commercial. Because that's crap. And then for the first time in their life, they go to page 2 on Google. And then they go, why'd they do that? That's stupid. They just changed their search, and then they go to one of your competitors. So we don't want to do that. So what do we want to do? We want to keep it real like this, right? With the Iceman. See this video? I got a red car. I got a blue car. This is fun, right? So at the end of the day, here it comes, wait for it. Boom! At the end of the day, we want to keep it fun, right? Everybody say fun.
Fun!
Listen, I know high energy doesn't make you relevant, but doggone it, I got a whole lot of energy, and I'm not going to hang on to it till the night's over. So you're going to get it. Keep it fun. Nobody likes to deal with negative people. We heard that earlier. True or false?
True.
People want positive people. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean you have to scream in their face. I'm not screaming yours. Sorry. You don't have to scream at them, but golly, if you're boring, they don't want you. Why would I go to you if you're a sleeper when I go to him and he's on fire? Look, I want to go somewhere where I have fun spending money. You know why? Because I feel like I worked slightly hard for the money I have. Not too hard, but hard enough that I don't want to just give it away. So if I'm going to go there, I'm paying for you. I don't need your dumb car. I can buy that anywhere. No offense, the biggest problem we have is trying to decide where to buy it because I'm going to have a client mad. Because if I don't buy it from this one, that one's going to blow a gasket. So why we're trying to find a brand none of them sell. Like a Tesla. So that nobody can fix it. Here's the thing. Make it fun, right? When people come in, they come to your dealership, you're like, welcome to KonigCo Motors. What can I get you info on today? And I'm smiling. I'm happy. Like, well, Grant Cardone says it. So what? It worked. What can I get you info on? This new Lincoln Navigator. Excellent choice. I love the Navigator. Oh, hold on. I'm sweating. I'm so excited. Have fun with your customers. Have fun in your videos. Why? Because yours might be the only one they see. So have fun. Everybody say have fun.
Have fun.
Not everybody said it. Everybody say have fun.
Have fun.
We'll hold you accountable if I see my spidey senses are tingling. Here's the thing, we gotta have fun, and ultimately don't make crap. Okay? Yes, that's a guy sitting on a toilet in the car. You gotta make it fun, but don't make it crap. Don't just make a video to go, this is a 2014 Chevy Impala, it's a really nice car, can see it. Upload it. Because you don't want the consumer to see it and go, why in the heck did I just watch that? I'd rather go to the bathroom in that 30 seconds. Right? So make it fun, but don't make crap. Because here's why you need to embrace this. Because customers actually take action after they watch your videos. This is the exciting part. After watching a video, 49% of automotive shoppers told Google, I went to a dealership. That's half, by the way, if you're not good at math. I think I got a C in math. I don't even remember. I don't like to brag about that. It was a good C, though. Half the people go visit a store after they watch a video. That's exciting. I'm a nerd. I watched Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference, and they suck now Steve Jobs is gone. They're boring, but I watched it. Downloaded iOS 8, ruined my iPad mini, put it back to 7. Running the new operating system on MacBook Pro, hoping it'll hold out till we're done. But I watched that 2 hours of video. I even got my wife, I'm like, oh babe, look at this. And she actually watched part of it. I was like, yes! That's a victory to me. She's watching her video. Half your customers will show up. This is dark, but this is from Field of Dreams. The moral of the story is if you build it, they'll come. If you build it, they will come. Mobile shoppers want to buy tomorrow. 49%, this is Nielsen XAD Telemetrics, 49% of mobile automotive shoppers said, I want to buy within 24 hours. So if 8 out of 10 are going to watch videos, and we'll just show you how much money you're leaving on the table, but almost all of them say, I want a video. Half of them say, I want to buy tomorrow. Half of them actually take action. We've got opportunity. If we do something, if we build it, it'll come. So how much do we leave on the table? Out of 100 local auto shoppers, 84 are going to watch videos. 72 are open, according to Google, for conquest. 7 out of 10 say, I'd consider something else. How does Google know that? Because the first thing you do is search for an Accord, and the next search is for a Camry. Boom, you're open. 42 of them visit a dealer. Half, 21 want to buy tomorrow. So out of 100 people, 21 will hook up tomorrow if you don't screw it up and you get in front of them. That's pretty good odds, wouldn't you say? It's a lot better than the lottery, it's a lot better than Vegas. It's a lot better than the closing ratio most of your salespeople have, if we're telling the truth. We're using real numbers, not the like those people are stroke numbers. So what does that mean? Simple sentence. No video, no chance. If you're not there, with 8 out of 10 people, you don't even have a shot. So if you look out into this room right now, everybody in here is a car buyer, eventually, true or false?
True.
So 8 out of 10 of you will use a video to decide. Which means, if the dealers in your market have no video there, they have no shot with 8 out of 10 of you. I know you work at dealers. You're not going to be like, well, I'm not buying for myself because I didn't do a video. But the reality is this. You got breathing, living humans that want to buy cars every day. And 8 out of 10 say, no video, no chance. Is it worth it? Yes or no?
Yes.
No video, no chance. Here's the cool thing though. It's the people business, and the people business is about 2 things. Getting and keeping customers. True or false? We gotta get some more, but we can't blow out the ones we have. We gotta keep the ones we have. Which means the good news is all of 7 out of 10 of our competitors' customers are shopping, and we can steal them for our Jeep from an FJ Cruiser that's gonna be discontinued. 7 out of 10 of our Jeep shoppers are actually still cross-shopping as well. So when they look, we gotta make sure they see us too. Because otherwise we're gonna lose the customers that we have, because 8 out of 10 of them say no video, no chance. Everybody say no video?
No video.
Say no chance.
No chance.
So we gotta keep our customers as well, but it's bigger than just the sales part of it. What about service too? What about when a car's getting worked on, just going back there, having it, putting it into your dealership? You know what? Every time a car's getting worked on where it's more than an oil change, about halfway through the job, when we know the time that it's gonna be done, we're gonna have our service advisor go back there, boom. Hey, just wanted to show you, John's just about wrapping everything up. He's gonna be done in about 45 minutes, so we'll look forward to seeing you at 3. Boom, said, done. Will that be a different experience than what your customers are getting from other dealers? Yes or no?
Yes.
And how hard is that? I'll show you how hard it is. Because I have my phone in my pocket. Because I'm a dork and I always have my phone in my pocket. So here's how this works. Camera. I have a camera. I just pushed camera and it turned on. It's amazing. Now I'm going to hit the video button like this. Now I'm going to hit this one that aims it at all of you. And I'm here at UAAMG, the Unfair Advantage Automotive Mastermind Group. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
We're talking about video and mobile. In less than a minute, this video is going to be on YouTube, and everybody is going to see it. Everybody say no video?
No video.
No chance.
No chance.
Okay, real time, that's done. Now, all I have to do is click on that little nifty picture of the video. And it's a Samsung phone, so it'll take a minute for everything to work. But it's real life. Now, right, 3 gigs of RAM, you'd think this thing would be blazing fast. It's not, but it's fast enough for now. Now I just hit the nifty share button, and then it gives me all the places I can share it with. I'm going to share it with YouTube today. Now, I'm going to set a title. UAAMG Video Workshop. Sweating like a, never mind. Awesome group of people, no video, no chance. Now, I typed by voice because I'm lazier than most people. And it said awesome Gerber people, so this is why you spell check your stuff, okay? Because we're not a bunch of like Gerber babies, right? No video, no chance, All right, so awesome group of people. Boom, privacy, I've got this set to public. I'm not even gonna tag it, I'm just uploading it. So in less than 60 seconds, maybe a little more because it's slow, it'll go up to YouTube. It's Verizon, right? They don't rule the air, they're liars. But it'll be there. That's how quickly you can shoot a service video. Car's almost done, see you in an hour, boom, thank you so much, we love you, you're a favorite customer in the universe, boom, bye. And instead of having it public, you can click unlisted. Send. That easy. Here's the crazy thing though, you don't just have to use YouTube. I'm a big lover of Vimeo Pro. I don't know, how many of you know what Vimeo is? Say I do.
I do.
So Vimeo Pro is $199 a year, and that's what you have to pay for if you want to use it for business. Don't be a cheapskate, for God's sake, $200 a year. Vimeo Pro gives you some awesome things, like right from an Android phone, you can password protect a video. I love doing that. Every time I leave a client after a meeting, I shoot a video right in the car. Hey, I just want to tell you thank you so much for the time. I really love doing business with you guys, and I look forward to cashing that check. Boom, send it. Password protect it as their first name. I say dumb stuff like I do. I'm like, sweet, I love it when you wrote me that check. You're my favorite friend this week. Only to some people. You gotta know your audience, right? Some of them like, it was great meeting you. I'm so sorry that the other owner was there because none of us likes him, right? Just kidding. I love you. You're my favorite Mike. I'm kidding. But I do like to make it fun and a little bit crazy. Then I password protect it, and I'm like, password for this video is Barry. Quick thank you from that. Boom, send. Vimeo Pro allows you to do that password protect. And those are great for those service videos, the things that you're never going to use for SEO anyway. Well worth $200 a year to those guys. I love Vimeo. I don't make a nickel off telling you. I pay them for it because I think it's fantastic. And I think you will too. Password protect anything, again, that talks about names, dates, dollars, credit. Names, dates, dollars, and credit, password protect it. Don't let it be public. Anything else? If it's talking about a car in the lot, if it's, hey, we just got a fresh trade-in, you know, if you're living in North Carolina and Charlotte, and you want a new or nearly new Chevy truck, come on down to Frank Myers Automax, boom, boom, boom. Those should be public, okay? Name, date, money, credit, private, okay? YouTube's the #2 search engine in Galaxy. It's 100% free, and Google owns it, so you should be using it. If you're not, you're just missing a grand opportunity. Here's the crazy thing. If you don't want to end up in spam, send your messages by text to a customer. If it's a thank you message, like, hey, thanks for stopping in the dealership, here's another car that we didn't look at that you might like, you can send that. You don't have to have them opted into a marketing list with written consent. You can't text blast them and send that crap without written consent.
Can you send a video or should you send a link?
You send a link. Yeah. Great question, Tom. Never send a video and eat up all their bandwidth. I have 14 gigs with Verizon. I asked my wife last night, I was at 13.384 gigs of usage. I was like, sweet, I'll use the hotel Wi-Fi for the rest of the night. Don't ever send an actual video for a couple reasons. One, it'll eat their bandwidth and they might hate you tomorrow. Two, they may not be able to see it if they're in a crummy 3G area, which some people still are. So shoot the video, put it on YouTube, put it on Vimeo, whatever, and then send them a link to it. Great question. Text messaging doesn't have a spam box. If you send those videos by text, those service videos, all that stuff, 90+% will be read within 3 minutes. If you send it by email, it's a crapshoot.
Plus, a lot of times you can see when they open it too.
That's the next thing. If you make it unlisted, any of those stuff, you can always log back into your account and look if it's been viewed. If it has or hasn't, you have a reason to contact them again. If it hasn't been viewed, I can give you a call. Hey, Robert, this is Matt. I sent you over a quick video that I thought you'd like, but I noticed you haven't viewed it yet. Did you get that link I sent you? Which, by the way, my phone tells me when it's delivered, so
That's what I'm
got
saying.
it.
No, those phones. So let me a quick question though. So if you work in a dealership, so like even for salespeople, whatever, you can send it. If there's an internet lead or anything, this person never came into the store or anything. If you send just a one-off from a cell phone video, you don't need opt-in. You don't need.
Nope.
But
You don't.
it's not the.
Right, so what Robert's asking about, and this is a big question that everybody should understand. In October of last year, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act came out. And what that did was to thwart those auto-dialing calls that we all hate. Hey, we're calling because you wanted to make it cruise. Press 1 to be removed from our list. Press 2 now. Learn how to get your free tickets. Right, I hate those calls. Since that law went into effect, I get 3 times as many calls. But what they did was they said, we don't know what to do with text, so let's just throw it in there. So they did. And what happened was, unfortunately, it freaked a lot of people out where they went, what do I do? Can I text somebody now? Can I not? So here's what the law says. If it's for an appointment, if it's follow-up, if it's dialogue, if it's that kind of stuff, you can text them. If it's marketing, you can't text them. So if a customer inquires in your dealership, yes, you can respond. If they provided you the mobile number, you can respond. What you can't do is keep texting them coupons, blasts, ideas.
Can't put them into like
No, you cannot put them into an automated system.
Gotcha.
So if they're doing that, you can respond. Okay, so good question. So with videos, customers engaged you, now you want to send them a video, you can send them a link. Again, link, not video.
So does that mean, for, I don't even want to dealership, so if you put it in the if you're sending it out of the CRM,
Don't use the,
you
I'm
can
just
use
going to
the
give you one word of
right?
advice. Don't use the texting system that your CRM has built in unless you're comfortable with a lawsuit. I'll leave it there and tell you to talk to your attorneys and read the TCPA.
Okay.
And
You're
Deb,
saying that's from a cell phone office.
I'm saying don't send anything out of the CRM's texting
Yeah.
system. Talk to an attorney if you're going to do it. Be ready to pony up like Lithia did. Key takeaways. Well, they didn't. The company that they hired had to pony up. Here's some key takeaways, folks.
Not even a one-off?
Not out of your CRM, not at all, no. Just so you know, if you're going to do it like that, you have to have full written consent to put them into an opt-in list. Name, address, all of it.
That's why our system sends an opt-in first.
Yeah, which doesn't count anymore according to the TCPA. Okay, good question. No, you're fine, Tom. Yeah, your CRM's opt-in question doesn't count.
Right, technically that opt-in question is a violation of the
Truth.
law.
Truth. So yeah, any questions on text, here's what I'll tell you. If you've got questions about the legal stuff, talk to your store's attorney, stuff like that. But if you have questions, y'all can always follow up afterwards. I'm happy to answer them, and no one will charge you to answer
So
them.
I know it's saving money and dropping from my CRM.
Yes, you should save money and drop it
Tell
from
them
your
Matt
CRM.
Koenig told you to do that.
Yes, feel free. And then give them my number.
Yeah.
Key takeaways today, if you didn't write these down, I put the big ones out there for you to write down. 84%, 8 out of 10 people are going to use video to decide what they buy and where they buy it from. So no video, no chance. Half the people that are watching the video visit the store. Half the people that are mobile shopping say, I want to buy tomorrow, Troy Spring. If you don't screw it up, which is huge, and Troy wouldn't because he's awesome. Video influences what and where. It's not just about your brand. It's about people. Look, Tracy Myers and I connected at the end of 2009 when I was just leaving cars.com. And I had this brilliant idea to do video on demand sales training because nobody in the country was doing it. And I launched it, and he hooked up. And 30 days later, Grant launched it, who he had been training with forever. And Tracy called me, he's like, dude, I know but Grant launched it, and that's what and I'm like, okay, cool. And we stayed in contact for years. Video on demand is awesome. Now it's all over the place and kicking myself in the butt. But here's the reality. The people business. Tracy and I built a relationship from a 10-minute phone call and oops, we're going to do this instead. And I had two choices. I could be like, well, dude, you did say you were going to do it, so come on. Let's stay in this thing. I could have tried to sell my way through it with Tracy, but why? He was already happy with what he's doing. We're bringing something that wasn't available, and then it became available. So I just let him go back to what he was happy with. And now there's a relationship built. It's the people business. It's the people business. Half these people want to buy tomorrow, and 8 out of 10 say, show me a video so I can pick you. So you at least have a shot with me. If you just treat them like humans and give them what they're asking for, which is show me what you got, and don't treat them like a turd when I call you, don't buy from me. Because the 3 top things that make people buy according to every statistic, right? Look over to every mother, I know every statistic isn't right, but, right? But here's some truths. Where you are in proximity to where they live, typically less than an hour, is worth driving to unless they're saving thousands. Do you have the right car? Are you within proximity? Is the money decent? That's it. And look, it's easy. I can't control where you live. I can't control which car you picked. I can control the perception of the deal. But here's what I can control. If I talk to you, I can control giving you a better experience than any of my competitors that you'll call. I know that because I call them. And I hate talking to them. And you will too. When people call your competitors, they should love talking to you because they hated calling your competitors. And even if your competitor was good, you got to be so great. And in their mind, there's no logical reason to call the other one back because you were so great to talk to. Because you felt like you would do everything I needed, and then you would take care of me. So why would I even pick the phone back up to call someone else? See, you're only at your store, and you're only at your store. But nobody knows you're there. So why not make a video and let them know? Why not let them know that you're the best, and why you're the best, and how to get in touch with you? Why not put that everywhere they're at? No video, no chance. That's it. Like Nike says, just do it. Right? Just do it. Sure, you're going to fall, you're going to bump your head, you're going to pull a scorpion every now and then. Wait a minute, that skipped the best slide. Go back. Go back. That's my favorite thing in the universe. Rob Deerdeck showed it. Back, back, back. This is why you don't upgrade to Apple's new beta operating system the first day it comes out. Here's the deal. You're going to make some videos, they're going to come out like crap. You're going to bump your head, you're going to be like, man, that was pathetic. And you're going to feel silly the first couple. And it's okay. Because once you get your groove going, like the Commodore slide that went too fast, eventually you're going to be able to hit a home run.
It's gonna be easy like Sunday morning.
Easy.
Thank you so much. Hey. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.